Virgo, you are up for your birthday bonus. I'm trying to adjust the camera here. Okay, there we go. You're up for your birthday bonus reading. As I always say with all the readings, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I said all that, I need you to humor me for a second. Because how this all went down with this reading of me picking the decks is kind of eerie, but at the same time, it is kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, I like confirmation at times. And the way this happened, it was a confirmation for me. So, as you know, for those who are my longtime listeners, for all the new people, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe too. But for those who know, when I pick my decks, I go by what I feel intuitively, because I'm an intuitive, clearly. And then I go by what I see in my mind. What do I see in my mind when I'm ready to pick my decks? I was seeing this deck, this box in my mind, and I know this box because I own the deck, but I was seeing this deck instead. Or better yet, let me just give you the actual box. This deck instead. So I was seeing this box with a totally different deck, and then this deck instead. And I'm like, okay, wait a second. This deck doesn't belong to that box. It belongs in this box. Why am I seeing two decks? So then it's like, okay, I guess, you know, the universe is telling me, go ahead and use two decks. All right. So this is the kicker. So I go to pick the decks, and I kid you not, at the bottom of the Sign of the Times deck was the Evil Eye. And you notice how it says protection. Okay. At the bottom of the Sacred Symbols deck was, wait for it, it's hard to see on this because of the lighting, but this says protection. Both cards, which for the Evil Eye, I think you might be able to see that. You see it there? Protection. So both cards, mind you, I have like 100 decks, easily. Both cards talk about protection. That blew my mind. And that was a confirmation for me, because I don't know what's at the bottom of these decks. I always pay attention to the card at the bottom of the deck. That's one thing I do when I pick a deck, because I'm like, okay, that'll let me know where the energy's at. So both cards, and both of them are number one. Number one might be significant to you, or the number 11 might be significant to you. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So let's get into this whole Evil Eye thing. Let's get into that. Someone doesn't like the life you're living. Because as I was going through your general reading, which if you're on this one, you haven't seen the general, your general reading is up too. That one is about creating new friendship circles, which kind of can go into this as well. There are people, because things are going well for you right now, Virgo. It definitely based off of the previous reading too. Things are going well for you right now. And some people have been taking advantage of your kind heart, your good nature. There are two signs that are the craziest signs of the Zodiac and the most giving signs of the Zodiac. Those two signs are Cancer and Virgo. I remember my friend of mine, or former friend, we're still but he said to me, because he studies astrology, he said the psychopaths of the Zodiac are Virgos and Cancers, is what he told me. And me being a Cancer, I'm like, wait a second, what do you mean? So we talked about it, and as time went on, I got it. Because we give so much of ourselves, Cancers and Virgos, to people. We want to nurture people and help them out and see the best in people, even though Virgos are more analytical than Cancers. But still, Virgo is a very nurturing sign. Because we give so much of ourselves, when people take advantage of that, or take it for granted, or they just don't know how to practice giving as much as they're receiving, we take that as a slight. And yeah, we can get a little bit reckless verbally with people when we do. So I get it. People around you right now, some have been taking advantage of you, and you've sort of been aware of it, but it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to let it ride. Hopefully they'll see the light one day. But now it's just like, look, I'm done. I need to meet better people. I need to be around better people that are lifting me up instead of draining me of my energy and or tearing me down. Some of those people are not happy with that. You have other people who are surrounding you that you may not even be friends with. You just deal with them on a work basis, or you deal with them on a community basis. By community basis, I mean either they live in your neighborhood or they go to your church or something like that. And those people are seeing how stable you are, because this economy is a hot mess right now, but we're not going to go into the details of that because this isn't that type of reading. But when so many people are not doing well and they see you doing well, they're like, well, why is Virgo doing well? And some people want to put an evil eye on you. Some people want to wish bad on you. I feel that these people, because I don't feel it's one person, I feel that these people who are wishing bad on you, you have some type of relationship with them where you interact with them regularly, or you used to interact with them regularly. But what this double protection is saying is not going to work. Card that came out is home. Home. Your home is protected. Also, some of you might be moving. I don't know why. When I look at this star, I think of like a folding box, you know, like a moving box. I think of that. Some of you might be moving. Another reason I'm saying that is because at the bottom of this deck, it says safe travels. So whether you're going north, south, east, or west, I feel like some of you might be moving. Others of you just may be traveling. Also, some of you are making changes in your life. You're doing transmutation, or as I say, balancing things out. This reminds me of temperance, is what this reminds me of. Some of you may have had a close call when it comes to your health, but you're healing. That's another thing too. I feel like for those of you who had a close call with your health, those people who were wishing bad on you, that's what they were wishing. Somebody was wishing that you wouldn't make it, but you did. The reason that you did is because you have multiple protection. This is double protection. This is the type of protection that is more than likely a group of people, possibly your ancestors or other parties on the other side, that are looking out for you. I just heard God doesn't play about you. That's something that some people say sometimes. God don't play about me. Meaning that God looks out for you. Or when somebody says it means God looks out for me, God don't play about me. You have that extra protection. Don't forget, this came out twice. And then you have resilience, is what you have. You have resilience. It says succulents, but resilience is what it also says. And that's another thing people don't like about you. That, again, some people are not doing well right now. So when they're going through all of this stuff and they're like, okay, Virgo and I pretty much have the same setup. How is Virgo doing so great and I'm not? Why is Virgo so resilient? What is it about Virgo? And it's because you're resilient. That's in your nature, that you are deciding to keep going. You're deciding to still work hard. Even when it gets hard, you're like, well, no, I'm not going to let this take me down. I'm just going to keep moving forward. You don't really let the distraction, the clouds, you don't let the distractions get to you. The reason that you don't is because you're very no nonsense when you need to be. You have the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So with this, and 1 + 1 = 2. Blocking things out, cutting things loose, not dealing with the shenanigans. That is the energy. Air energy is very cut and direct. And even though you're an earth sign, your ruling planet is Mercury, which is air energy. Mercury deals with thoughts, travel, and communication. Also, speaking of traveling, if there's any traveling happening, be careful doing it from the 23rd to the 15th of September. From the 23rd of August to the 15th of September, Mercury will be in retrograde. Also, Venus is in retrograde right now too, but that retrograde ends on September the 3rd. So Venus goes direct on September the 3rd, and it won't go retrograde again for another 18 months. So that's whatever. Two other cards that came out: the King of Cups and the Ace of Wands. This is about being passionate, being emotionally balanced. But also something said to me, for some of you, again, I believe you realize what's going on, what some people's thoughts are about you. I feel that this is you being emotionally balanced and you going even harder. It's almost like, oh, you're mad because I'm doing well. Well, I'm really about to put my foot to the gas now. I'm really about to make you see what I can really do now. I feel for some of you, this will be inspiration, is what I feel. You knowing that someone, or not really someone, because again, I feel like this is a group of people. You knowing that some people are wishing bad on you is more like an inspiration. It's like, oh, I'm really going to show out now. I'm really going to show you my passion now with this Ace of Wands energy. Some of you are starting businesses. It's because Ace of Wands is an entrepreneur card. If you don't already have a business, you're starting a business. If you already have a business, side business, main business, whatever, you're going to put a lot more energy into it, which Leo season can be a result of that too. And there's a lot of potential because at the bottom of the deck is the infinity symbol with unlimited potential. I know it's hard to see with the lighting, but it's unlimited potential for that with the infinity symbol. Meaning that the sky is the limit. All you have to do, bottom of the deck for the Clarification Tarot, is be strong with strength. And I feel that's what has happened over, especially the last month, because Leo season, new moon in Leo as well on August the 15th that happened. I really feel that has been beneficial to you. That energy has been beneficial. It's made you stronger. And also I heard it made you speak up too. Something you were quiet about, you decided to speak your truth. But their evil eye isn't going to work. And one thing, just a little insight on evil eyes and magic and stuff like that. It's very hard for magic to work if you don't believe in it. One of the things that happens with people sometimes is because they believe in it and believe that it will work, that's when it does work. If you don't believe it will work, it's much harder for it to work. Just saying. But regardless, you're protected, so it won't work. So yeah, that is your message, Virgo. Happy birthday until next time. Be blessed.